Hello everyone, it's 10 Types, and today I'm playing a really interesting deck, I think, and this is in the new Trainer Trials format, and this is the first deck I'm actually playing in it. That format is the CU Cup Expanded. CU is common, uncommon, and so that means you can only play cards of that rarity or alternate arts of cards with that rarity, and this deck is really interesting and really unique to this format, and it's a deck I've talked about some before, and I've heard some other people talk about occasionally, because it uses a GX attack, so obviously you can't use GX Pokemon in the that are common and uncommon, those don't exist, but you can use GX attacks through the use of a tool, Flyinium Z, which says if the Pokemon this card is attached to has the attack Air Slash, it can use the GX attack on this card, and you of course still need the energy to use it, which is 4 colorless, it does 180, and then it says you're immune to all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon next turn, which is like super good. But if you don't know what GX attacks are, here you can see in the parentheses, or maybe you can't see, it's kind of small, it says you can't use more than one GX attack in a game. So obviously, you can't build your entire deck around it. Except I did. Yeah, that's right. So you do have this other card, Misty Lorelei, which says you search a deck for 3 water energies. I don't actually play any water energies. Maybe I should. I don't know. But I don't. So it does nothing for there. But then you can discard 5 other cards from your hand. And then if you do, during this turn, your water Pokemon can use their GX attacks, even if you've already used your GX attack. Then we have Swanna here. I believe this is the only water Pokemon with Air Slash, so you can do this to loop the Flyinium Z Speeding Sky Strike GX attack. And then it's 4 colorless, so I do play Twin Energy and double colorless, which is just 2 colorless energy each. And then and play Drakloak to draw some cards, as well as Lapras. Lapras recovers Misty's Favor from the discard into your hand. Misty's Favor I actually did end up using. I played this deck twice so far. It actually won both games, but my opponents didn't really do anything either game either. But the deck did set up, and then this searches for 3 supporters, which you can use. It's not something you'll be using all that often, but you obviously need it, or you have it for copies so that you can recover them with Lapras, because you want to be playing Misty and Lorelei over and over again. And you need to discard 5 cards, which is a lot. If you would be playing this in full expanded or the full CU Cup, I'm pretty sure the execution's legal in there. It's legal in expanded at least, but I'm pretty sure it's like an uncommon or something. Then you can use that, and it recovers itself easier without having to use like a combo piece Lapras plus Misty's Favor. So, but I can't do that here. So we'll be looping Misty's Favor over and over again, and then I just have other like trainers to set up, and yeah, that's about it for the deck. The deck is kind of sketchy. I just kind of threw this together. I played a couple times, made like 1 or 2 tweaks to make it a little bit better, but the deck is pretty interesting, theoretically. I don't know how interesting the games will actually end up being, because theoretically, if you set up, your opponent will not be able to damage you like at all. I played a game, the first game I played, my opponent didn't really do anything. They were like, kind of AFK, and I didn't even, I think, attack. Maybe I attacked once, but then, and I guess I'll choose to go first. I could choose to go second, so I'll go first, I guess. And then the second game that I played, my opponent had abilities to both do damage and to put me to sleep, so that hurt me. Looks like we're both mulliganing. I'm really interested in seeing what my opponent's playing as well, because this format, in my opinion, I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but it's up there, I guess. I mean, I obviously have not played it that much. My opponent's playing some grass deck here with Luminous Energy. Not sure what it is right away, but anyways, we do start Ducklett, though we don't have an energy, unfortunately, and it's kind of hard to find them, right, because you can't really search out special energies. There's like Energy Lotto, I guess, but I don't play that. It's just kind of mediocre. Okay, we are against Festivally. This is kind of sketchy because we need to get off the ground. Once we're off the ground, though, I think we'll be okay. I started Buddy-Buddy Poffin, so I'll get it 2 Dreepies, I think. And I think I'll just play the Brooklet Hill to get a Ducklett down. Ultimately, they are going to get Festival Lead into play and get that like permanently in play, which is what it is, or Festival Grounds, the stadium, they'll get in play, but it should be okay. And we can search out a Drakloak. Of course, not having the energy is pretty annoying here. And I guess I'll glance at prizes. I don't have things to get cards out of the prizes, though, but it looks all right here. So we'll get the Dreepies, and then again, I will Brooklet Hill for another Ducklett here. Then I guess I'll just pass. Again, unfortunately, missing the energy is a little awkward. It's not the end of the world, but it's not great. And I think I'll just pass here. My hand is fine. I could play some cards. I could play Air Balloon. I wouldn't play Level Ball here, but I could play Air Balloon onto Dreepy, which there could be reasoning for, but I didn't. I don't think I need to do it. Again, I'm assuming it's Festival Lead. I was like wondering if it was Festival Lead, honestly, mostly because of bug catching set. And in their mulligans, they had where are the mulligans? They had Luminous Energy, which is really interesting to see. Oh, and they do have Field Blower as well. That will get rid of the tool. We do play a bunch of copies of it, but we need to be able to find it to be able to reuse that attack and not overcommit tools as well. But this matchup should be interesting. I'm kind of nervous. Festival is going to be really good in this format. It was really good in the last format, and it was kind of annoying. We are going to get Iono, which is a little annoying as well. Air Balloon on Dreepy is kind of nice. We'll see how much they set up. They're going to pressure us early. We do find a pretty solid hand here. It's not like truly insane, but it is pretty good. We also don't have that much Pokemon recovery either, so they're going to hit our Pokemon a lot, and that's kind of sketchy. I was going to say we could get the knockout with Aerial Ace. They might go for the draw as well, but I think going for the knockout with Aerial Ace is really bad. So we want our Ducklett will get knocked out, and then presumably, or hopefully, a Misty's Lapras. A Lapras, not Misty's Lapras. Will be the other thing that gets knocked out. They do flip tails, but I think going for Aerial Ace is like kind of silly. We do find Arven that is good. I'm gonna Evolution Incense first here, I think. I could actually go for Level Ball as well, or something like that. I'll take the Drakloak there just to kind of start looking through things and seeing what we end up getting. I do think a double Drakloak setup would be really good here, obviously. But again, we need some more stuff, right? I see a Swanna and a Hisuian Heavy Ball, so I'll take the Swanna here. And I will Arven or I could Iono actually. My hand is like okay. It's not insane by any means. So I think I am actually going to Iono. We do increase their hand, but it's not, I don't think, that big of a deal. And again, we just want realistically more Pokemon search here, and Arven isn't going to get necessarily everything that we want here. Iono obviously won't necessarily get that either, but we do see, okay, actually see a really good hand on the other side of this. I see double Buddy-Buddy Poffin, or no, Buddy-Buddy Poffin to get 2 basics down. I don't really like that here though, but I think I will do it. I'll play it and then get a Ducklett down, and I might even play another Ducklett. I could hold it. I will play Flyinium Z here as well. And then I guess I just pass. There is also Enhanced Hammer, which should be pretty bad here. I'm not expecting to be hit by that. If I am, that again is bad. I mean, ideally they don't have the knockout here or the double knockout. They probably do. Also, they do hit weakness on Misty or on the Lapras, which means that they one-shot everything we have. Essentially, that's. Oh no, they don't actually one-shot the Swanna. Well, they do. Because they attack twice, but they don't one-shot it with one attack, which is meaningful. I could actually send it up here if they do their first attack and knock out our Ducklett. We'll see what they have, though. The deck they're playing is a little complicated as well. It looks like they do have the setup, so they're going to chain a lot of things together here. Oh, and Netball is also really good for it. There are a lot of really cool cards in in limited expanded and full expanded, but in lives expanded format that you can't play in standard, like say Netball, which is like it searches out a basic grass energy or basic grass Pokemon, putting it into your hand, which you can pair with something like Bug Catching Set for like a really solid grass type support engine, and comparing that to GLC, which is the other of the live formats that you can play with the expanded cards. That's not good. Okay, well, that's bad. Anyways, we're gonna have to figure that one out after. But comparing it to the other, like to GLC, you're not gonna be playing a bunch of netballs and a bunch of bug catching sets. Anyways, this is like kind of scary because they got the Guzma and they probably have Gust every time that they need it. So this one might actually not be winnable. I'm not sure. It started pretty bad. I mean, it started like not good. It could have been worse. We could have been. If we gotten that Twin Energy, would have actually had the knockout there, or like been like completely fine essentially, but we didn't. It would have been mostly fine, not necessarily completely fine. Anyways, I'm just gonna hope that I can get what I need. I do have a Misty's Favor, which is fine. Then we get an Evolution Incense and a Flyinium Z. I think I'm actually gonna go for. I will go for the Evolution Incense. Yeah, we'll go for another Drakloak here. Then I'll just attach Benched. I am looking for another Pokemon, but I don't desperately need one either. I mean, it would be good, certainly. We do find a Lapras, so I will take that. I will play the Misty's Favor. Do I play the Ducklett as well? I think I don't. Honestly, if they have Gust here, I'm probably just going to scoop, unfortunately, because we're in a really awkward position at the moment. I will take Misty's Favors and Misty and Lorelei. I could have taken an Arven, actually, now that I think about it. That might have been the better play. But this is what we're doing now. So I'll take the Misty's Favor back and just pass. Again, we haven't like really gotten set up. This is my first like actual game, and yeah, this is going kind of how I was expecting. This deck is not like a good deck. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. So if you think this deck's bad, then you're right. But it is really funny if we get it pulled off. Or it's like funny for a couple of turns, and then it becomes boring again. But again, they presumably do have like the Gust here. Also, wait, why didn't they get another Thwacky last turn? Are all their Thwackies prized outside the one? Because they could have had it for free, because they could have just gotten Thwacky with the Thwacky, and then with the second Thwacky, they could have gotten the Guzma, which is the same thing as they did, except they would have had an extra Pokemon in play to set up better. And they hopefully are not AFK. That would be unfortunate. My first opponent was semi-AFK, not in this video, but in a separate video. They just passed. Wait, were they there? They were not there. Okay, that is good for us, I guess. Then I guess I Drakloak, and I probably missed his favor. This is still kind of sketchy. We found Arven. Okay, that's good. And we also found, well, let's see what we found. Let's see, we found Air Balloon. Obviously, we don't have that though. I'll take the Misty and Lorelei, I guess. My hand's obviously pretty big as well. I could take the Swanna, but they like do knock it out, not instantly, but they do knock it out. I kind of want to get it though, in case they disrupt me. I don't want to like, I don't know. I could attach active as well. I could attach to the bench Ducklett actually as well. I think I'm gonna do that. Play this down, attach, kind of wait a little bit as well, and get one Swanna into play. I do like that. I could Misty's favor, which I don't really dislike either. Or again, I could just Arven for the tool, which I do like. I think if they just hit with that and Iono, that's like not good for me. I'm so like unsure what I'm doing right now. I'll Arven for the Flyinium Z, and I can't even search out another Swanna. I actually probably should have checked that one before, but it's all right. Hopefully, I could get a Rescue Stretcher. Yeah, Rescue Stretcher is going to be the play here. And I will play the Swanna, and of course a Mermaid Call to get back the Misty's favor, because we want to be using this really as much as we can, so that we're getting cards into our hand that we can then discard with Misty and Lorelei. And I will just pass here. We also don't have Air Balloon. We could, if they like don't do anything again, well, if they don't do anything and they're AFK, then we just win because they are AFK. It looks like they're not AFK. It's kind of annoying that they just randomly AFK to turn. But I don't know. They did it. So they are going to Boom Boom Groove. They now have their second Thwacky up. They're probably going to get their third Thwacky up and probably another Diplin. And probably, I'm not sure, but they're probably going to get maybe a Guzma. That would make sense. And probably go after that Swanna. But if they do, it should be okay. Hopefully they go after the Swanna. I'd rather, or I don't know. I think it's better if they go after, oh, wow. Okay, it's probably, I was going to say it's better if they go after the Swanna than Iono's, but they're not doing either. So we should be okay. They could like hit us with Escape Rope, which I do probably send up the Ducklett, unfortunately. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna send up here, honestly, after the after they knock out our Ducklett. We'll see. I could go for the other Ducklett, which I don't really hate here. I don't love it either. But I do like the rest of these cards, so I think sacrificing that is alright. Wait a second. No, I do send up Swanna. Okay, yeah, I should send up Swanna. It doesn't get knocked out. It should be safe for the time being. They are going to, of course, hit into me again, hit me for 100. But as I said, I think this is all right. And we should just kind of start doing some things here as well. And, attacking, things like that. I could recover the other Swanna now as well. I think I will do that. We do need that back. Or I could send them all into the deck. Actually, I think I should maybe send them all into the deck and get them back into play, and then that will allow me to attack a third time if this one... Actually, no, if they both go down, that doesn't necessarily mean that they won at that point. So, yeah, I'm going to get them all back. Not sure here, obviously not super sure. But then I can Level Ball to thin out the Ducklett, and I do probably want a Lapras here. I don't necessarily need it, though. And then I'll use my Drakloaks. And I do have the Flyinium Z in my hand, which is important. I found the Swanna, which is really good. And I also, let's see what else I got. Hopefully I get energy. Hopefully I get like another Flyinium Z. But we did get the energy there, which is really nice. And the two energies, I believe, are functionally identical in this situation. No matter what I do. Not 100% sure on that one, but I think it's true. And I could play the Ducklett down which I think I do. I do. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think I do play the Misty's Lorelei, or no, the Misty's Favor. Search for 3 supporters, which will be Arven, Misty's Favor, and Misty and Lorelei. Sure, I'll take that. Then, of course, we attach the tool. One thing that is obviously really important is that they will be able to remove the tool. That's something that they're going to be able to do, and we need to get that back. We are down 1. I think we have 1 in deck. I really hope we do. Obviously, if we don't, that's like really bad because we don't have any other attacks. So I need to check that, but there's nothing I can do about it either. I should probably play Lana's Fishing Rod. Yeah, that seems like a good card. So I'm actually going to put that in after this game to recover the tool. I think we play 3. I'm not, as I said, I kind of threw this list together, so not 100% sure on the card counts or not. I'm not very sure, honestly, on exactly what I have in the list. I'm sure you can look down below in the description and see, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that's what you're playing. Unless, well, if I change it, then I have the newer list in the description. But we do see, of course, that they do have the 3 Thwackies, so they can, Boom Boom Groove, which gets any card from the deck every single turn. For each Thwacky, Boom Boom Groove Thwacky is a kind of insane card if it's working. If it's not working, obviously it's not doing anything, but it is it's a really high ceiling card. It's a really interesting card when I kind of want to mess around with in control, honestly. Though I haven't been playing that much control. Obviously, I've kind of paused a little with the Pokemon TCG. I've done a little more playing wise some Pocket until Destined Rivals is out. I'm really excited for Destined Rivals. I mean, I'm always excited for a new set, but also the new formats as well. And comment down below, because I have this time to talk on my opponent's turn, what you think the next Train Trials will be. I might cover it on the podcast Will Uncommon Fossil, the Reasonably Effective podcast as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, so far I think they've been really cool, but they've also had they've had some hiccups, and I don't think everyone's loved all of them either. But I am really excited to see what they're going to do with it going forwards. Also, I'm really wondering if my opponent has like ways through this. They could be able to knock out the Swanna. They can get rid of the tool. There are lots of just different things that can happen, and they're okay once, but they're not okay happening over and over. They're going to lose me in this turn for okay, like show me. They got Guzma and Iono, which is all right. Honestly, Guzma's like not great because if you don't know, when you attack, there's an effect of the attack, which is the immunity, which is like really important. However, when you use that, okay, I need to make sure I sequence this right, but when you do that, then you it's an effective attack, and then it's removed after you go and get switched out of the active, so then they would be able to knock out a Swanna. We do see another Flyinium Z. We do want this. I could take the Lapras, but I think I really need the Flyinium Z. Oh, I have Nest Ball too. I probably should play that. Yeah, I'll play that to get the Lapras out of my deck, I think. We'll probably sacrifice it, but that's like actually it's not that big of a deal because we have lots of them. And we do need them now as well. I actually don't know if this is thinning. I don't remember how much my deck's been shuffled, but anyways, it's the play I made. We see another energy as well, which is really, I mean, it's not insane, but it's good. Actually, I already had some, but it can be used to retreat out as well if I have to. But we definitely don't fly in MZ, as I said, because then we will probably lose both of them and then just lose. So we'll take the Missy's Favor. This deck obviously could have some other attackers that would probably be good, but this is what we're going with, right? So right now we cannot attack because you can only use 1 GX attack per game. This does work as well. I did try it out. Also, I really hope I don't like time out. I should be all right. I'll get rid of the Iono. I don't think I want Iono myself or my opponent here. We'll do that. We search for a bunch of water energies, which we don't have, and we're kind of low on cards in deck as well. We need to be a little bit careful. It really shouldn't be an issue, but you never know, right? But we'll Mermaid's Call, Missy's Favor, and I'm just like still really interested in the Luminous Energy, which like seems kind of bad for us as well. It seems like they're gonna pull out something crazy, and I'm just gonna like lose because of it. But they definitely have a cool deck here. Although I hope I don't see Festival Lead as like the main deck in the format again, because it was also like for the I think Silver Series was the name. It was like, in my opinion, definitely the best deck, or certainly up there. So we'll see. But tell me down below also if you've been playing with this format, what you've been playing with, and what you want to see me play as well, because I'm really excited for this one, and I'm really sad it's only 1 week as well. But my opponent, of course, is going to keep thwacking and keep. I don't know what they're going to do, honestly, because they need to use their resources to go after my bench. And they're probably going to knock out the Swanna on their bench. but that hopefully is okay. I do have another Ducklett. And my Swanna in the active is all right. They could like poison me, and that would be really bad. That would knock me out. They could poison me through the effect, or they could like do some trainer that does damage, notably poison. They're gonna Guzma. Said I probably that Swanna, which is it's all right. It's not the end of the world. They're gonna retreat. So again, they're saving this Luminous Energy Diplin, which is like, oh wait, no, they didn't retreat. They switched, but they are saving it, which is really interesting. And they do have the knockout. They don't have a full bench, but they don't need it. They are saving a bench slot, which is kind of scary. But I mean, actually, it's not because they have a bench slot opened up as soon as we attack and knock them out, anyways. But this is all right. Again, we do know that they have the field blower, but they could be saving it, or they could not have it. It could be prized as well. That is something that could happen. We are also like obviously taking knockouts and removing resources that way, but they are up in the prizes. I think I'm all right, but we'll see. Again, will just use my recon directives and use my Misties and stuff like that. And I guess I'll take the Iono, which I'll probably discard here. A third Lapras would be kind of cool, but I don't like desperately need it, and I think I do want the Ducklett. We do see Swanna as well, so getting that down right now is probably good. We do have the energies. The energy so far for me has not been an issue, which is really nice. And then we can get back the Misties, play the Misty in Lorelei. It's kind of weird that all our cards are like named the same. It's kind of annoying for like talking about it as I'm playing. But anyways, I'll take the Misty's favor back. And we Misty and Lorelei, we need the Swanna. I guess we get rid of a bunch of supporters. I kind of want water energy. There are some benefits for it, but I don't have it. Anyways, I'll get rid of all these supporters here, which is quite a lot. I'm kind of nervous that we're going to run out of juice in the deck, but I think it's okay. I think we should have enough to finish it out. I do need Pal Pad at some point, which I haven't drawn. And we might have to start getting rid of cards that are kind of nice. Maybe that Air Balloon is something we'll have to get rid of. Maybe the energy, that would be kind of bad. Looks like we have a Nest Ball to get rid of, which is nice. I'm not, super sure about my board state. I do have Drakloak to draw more cards, which is kind of like the same as Lapras because it's getting more cards into my deck. Also, they have so much recovery, which actually makes sense because it's a single prize format. I guess with me using GX attacks. They sent up Thwacky. I feel like they definitely should have sent up Diplin because presumably because Thwacky is a pivot, but they can't use their abilities now because they don't have a Pokemon with Festival Lead in the active here. Also, our hands are getting, I mean, mine's not super big. It's decently sized. Their hand is really big. They're going to Lusamine, of course, presumably for that. What did they get? That was Guzma and Lusamine. Okay, that was what I was thinking. So they can just Lusamine for Guzma, Lusamine over and over again. But I think we will outspeed them. Oh, they're going to withdraw, though. This could actually be really big. Oh, I guess they made the right play there. They flipped tails, and that's so good for us. We need to obviously keep drawing as well. I don't think they'll ever knock out the Swanna, though. If we do see another Air Balloon, which as I said, I'll probably get rid of. I think I do evolve the Swanna. I could play the energy as well. What do we have? Air Balloon, Nest Ball, 2 Misties, and I'll get rid of this Hisuian Heavy Ball as well. That's fine to get rid of. Again, I'm so low. I really need Pal Pad as well. If we don't find that, okay, we did. That was kind of sketchy, but we do still need the Misty and Lorelei's. Our deck is small, so there's a good chance we'll be able to find them. But it's obviously not guaranteed either, but I will shuffle those 2 back into my deck. Get back the Misties, and yeah, I'll get rid of Air Balloon, 2 ball cards, and 2 Misties. Third Lapras would be good. If this Swanna gets knocked out, then I'm going to, of course, play down a Lapras. I mean, I don't really even have another Pokemon to play down there, because, as I said, I have very little recovery in this list. I think I hold the energy as well. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and do this. I really hope they don't have some weird way to cut through this, which I said they could have. And we have 1 energy left in deck. Yeah, holding it seems fine. And then the Laprases also seem like something like that we're gonna play one of those down. The rest of this is mostly discard fodder. But yeah, let's just go ahead and do Speeding Sky Strike yet again. We get, of course, another knockout. And if they hit with withdraw, we could still attack and be immune. But at that point, it's still really sketchy because like we're spending 5 more cards we're just getting 5 more cards to be able to actually do that attack. It's not like we're just attacking, we're like doing a big thing to do so, and maintain that immunity, but it is still really sketchy. And the Swanna, it's still alive. They could get rid of the tool, as I said, and I think they will. I think they're saving it potentially for the end of the game to pressure my resources, which like makes sense. And also it'd be kind of nice if I had some other attacking option, something like Blood Mirror Saloon EX. Obviously can't play that, but I imagine there's something else that would be like a relatively payable single prize attacker that would take the knockout here. Then that we could just finish things off with if we can't use Speeding Sky Strike. Maybe there is, I was gonna say there's that other tool, TM Crisis Punch, but I don't know. That's not necessarily what you're looking for, right? It's okay. Kind of like Blood Mirror Saloon EX. Then they are gonna Ultra Ball. They're playing a lot of cards, right? They have a lot of things they can do. Also, this is like one of the longer games I played in live. We might go under 5 minutes because they reduced the timer a while ago now to 20, which is definitely good, because you never should be going over 20 minutes of game time. You shouldn't be taking 25. That's just really long. I wonder if they're going to go for withdraw again. If they do, again, that's like really sketchy, pressuring our resources. Wait, what did they play there? They didn't play a supporter. I hope they goose them this turn. I mean, I don't know if I really hope they do. I'd hope they don't do like much of anything. But Guzma, I'd rather see them do that than hit heads on withdraw, because again, I need to probably use a bunch of resources to be okay in that situation. I need to attack twice more. And yeah, I mean, I just don't feel confident with being able to attack twice more if honestly, I don't I can attack twice more, but I don't think I can attack 3 times. So it gets kind of awkward in general. They're going to Guzma. I wonder they're going to go for. They're going to go for that Swanna, which makes sense. Again, if they knock this out, we also lose. Not this. They knock this out and also this out, we lose, because we can't do anything at that point. Now, essentially, all our cards aren't meaningful outside of the Misty and Lorelei. And no, they have counter. Oh wait, no, we're okay. We're okay. With Counter Catcher, they are attacking for 80. I could send up Drakloak, which wouldn't die, which is actually really good. If they do just take the knockout here. Yeah, wow, okay. That's actually really crazy that they're not going to... Wait, I'm pretty sure they're not taking the knockout here on Drakloak, right? They just hit for 80, I'm pretty sure. It's 20 for each bench Pokemon. Yeah, so I'll send up Drakloak here. We do have Air Balloon. I'm not actually sure if we'll be completely fine. We play these 3 cards, and we do... Yeah, we top deck. We... trying to think this through. I'll send up Drakloak. I'm not sure if this is right. I really hope it is, and I hope I didn't miscount I didn't actually even count. I really hope that I can actually attack here. We'd play these 3 cards. So we need 5 more. Oh, we might actually not have it now that I think about it. This is actually really sketchy. I might have messed up. I'll take the Lapras, obviously. And then they probably have Gust for game, and then we just won't be able to win. So that might have been a misplay. If I sent up the Lapras, though, I still would have been using a card. Oh, that might have been wrong, though. Let's see. I need this here, obviously. I need this. And they have Guzma in hand, I think. Maybe not, actually. I have not been paying attention perfectly to their resources. Obviously, I haven't been paying attention perfectly to my own either. It just passed with this Drakloak in the active, which is obviously super sketchy. And not super good. So we have the Lapras. We have 3 Mrs. Favors, Level Ball Arven. No, we're okay. We're okay. Yeah, that was kind of sketchy, but we're all right now. Everything's fine. We barely have any cards left in deck. This is really sketchy, but again, hopefully it is all right. Can Misty and Lorelei, we can get rid of our entire hand, and we can go ahead and attack, and hopefully we're fine next turn. I think we will be. Again, not 100% sure. If they knock out Swanna, obviously we're not fine. We do need the Misty and Lorelei. Wait, is Misty and Lorelei in our deck? I think it is. And we do see a prize card. I think we would have prized one as well. I'm pretty sure we did, actually. I don't think we've seen it since. Not really sure. We get Town Store, which is okay. It actually bumps the stadium. I think they have stadiums floating around there still. And we'll see. This is really close. This deck is, again, kind of silly. Obviously, it took us a little while to get off the ground. They are going to lose Leucamine this turn. Are they actually going to bet everything on a withdraw? That'd be kind of crazy. And potentially they could, if they play Judge, they might just win. They're going to Field Blower. No, they won. Wait, I don't think we're out of tools. No, that's not good for us. We lost. I was not able to save it till the very end. They did save the field blur. They did the play that they had to make there. We were so close. I should have put Lana's fishing rod in this list. They flipped heads. It doesn't matter. But they did flip heads. I was gonna say I'll take a look. Yeah, I'll play the Town Store to look around in the deck, I guess. But I'm pretty sure it's just not there. I'll start with Drakloak, I guess. Actually, no. If it's in there, I can Town Store for it, which I should do. But I'm pretty sure it's just not there at all. They were able to save the resource till the very end. And win the game. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no chance that we win this unless they are out of energies entirely, or no, sorry, out of stage ones entirely. I guess that is technically possible. So I'll get the Misties back, and maybe something crazy happens and they aren't able to like attack, and then we can deck them out. I don't even know if that's possible. But yeah, I'll just do that. I pass because I don't have any attacks. So we're so close, and it's so sad that I'm not able to do this. I was like, why don't I do damage? Yeah. So I'll just pass here. And presumably they have it here. Again, I don't think it's possible really at all that I win. I think Iono. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I haven't counted it. They obviously have more cards. We have the 12. Yeah, they have 12. Yeah, they do have game here. They actually two-shot the Swanna. Maybe they two-shot it with 1 turn worth of attacks. They might have the knockout. I don't really know what they're. No, they have Defiance Band. We saw them play Defiance or get Defiance Band earlier. And presumably they can get another basic onto their bench as well. That seems pretty easy for them. So I'll let them take it here. They got Lana's Aid. They need the tool, which I mean they've access to so many cards in the deck. Why is it like throwing cards in different ways? Got the Applin. Though they attached. Okay. They Festival Grounds. They needed that one as well. If I had bumped the stadium, that would have been good for me. They do have the Defiance Band there, which we saw earlier on. So unless I was surprised they had it, I'll send up Lapras for them to do a big. Oh, I was gonna say they do 260, but no, they do 200. I think. Wait, no, I think they do 260. I actually don't know. I mean, it'll say how much it does. I think it's only supposed to do. I don't know. Comment down below how much, if anyone knows, if anyone's sure, because they took their prize, so it's like, oh, Defiance Band isn't active anymore. But then like the rules for damage calculation in the order is like sometimes not intuitive. So I think they were supposed to do 200, but I'm not sure. They did 200 in live though. It obviously didn't matter. But wow, that was such a good game. That was way such a good game compared to what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like bad, but it was really, really fun there. And again, you could try this deck out. You could like not. It's not necessarily insanely. I think it's cool to like try once or twice, and so I'd recommend that. I wouldn't recommend going out and crafting like a bunch of Laprases and Misty's favors just to play this, but you could. Flyinium Z, really fun card. You can play this in other things as well. I've seen it in GLC as well, but overall it's a really fun card. But tell me what you think of the format down below. Consider liking, subscribing, hit the bell, all that good stuff, and of course comment down below other deck ideas you have. And as always, I'm excited to see you in the next video.